Hello. Hello. This is going to be the first time I'm trying out a live stream, so bear with me, but just something new I'm trying. I'm not quite sure how to make it rotated to long ways, so for now it's just going to be like this. So I've got this Dell e6220 that I've gotten from a previous video. This is one of the $10 laptops. I have been debating with myself what to do with this laptop. I think that this laptop could still be a decently usable model. Let's see, we have person, we have Nisip, says hi, hello. So I have this E6220. It's a Dell Latitude, smaller Dell Latitude from, it's from 2011. So it's kind of old. And I've been debating with myself, like, it's old enough that it could be, it's old enough that it could be, it's not really worth much of anything, but it's new enough that it could still be a decently usable laptop for someone. And I do really like this design here. It's got kind of this, this sort of solid metal back, but it is a little bit beat up, and it's got some, I don't know if you see this, it's got some, this part's pretty loose here. So I think my plans with this laptop will just be to get it in decent functioning condition. And what I'll do is, I don't plan on giving it away to someone in this chat, mostly because I don't want people to know where I live, but I'll probably find someone locally who needs a functional laptop, and I'll sell it for either break even or maybe even a little bit below break even, enough just to cover the cost of actually putting this together. Okay, so you have a question. What's your question? Let's see, got this. So this does come apart pretty easily. So something I did need to order, I did need to buy a caddy for this and a little adapter for the SSD. That's something I did need to buy. Currently, this laptop has a 2 gigabyte stick, but I'm gonna go and upgrade it to 8 gigabytes because I think that's good enough to be decently usable. I could upgrade it to 16, but I just don't think that this computer is worth it. But I think 8 will be pretty good, pretty decent for someone. It's better than a little bit better than some of the cheapest models that they sell. I have a Moster laptop, but I don't like it. Thing you change case. You prefer which PC? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You're asking me which computer do I prefer? So I've got a bulk of used Crucial SSDs here. So I just got these today. They're 120 gigabytes, so right now I've got no idea how well these work, but we will see. Oh, do I prefer a desktop PC or a laptop? I have to say, I mean, I'm kind of biased. I mean, I think, with me personally, I like laptops because with laptops, I'm just really fascinated by the level of engineering that goes into a laptop in terms of the designs and like what sort of things they take to actually put it into a compact package. I mean, I know that a desktop PC is a much better performance to cost ratio, but to me, desktops are just kind of boring. I mean, I don't hate desktops. It's just laptops interest me a lot more than desktops personally. That's all right. My English isn't perfect either. So I've got. See, I don't know if these drives are already formatted or I don't know if they're formatted or not. So I'm just gonna try it out and see if I'm able to recognize it. Let's see, like I'm supposed to put. So this is supposed to go here. So I have the 120 SSD. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to check to see if it's already formatted. So I've got this this little thing here, and I'm going to put it inside of my T420 here, and just see just test to see if it's formatted. Possibly format it if it isn't. A lot of times I get to use SSDs. They write them all to zeros, and the computer doesn't recognize them unless it's in a partition. Let's see. Disk. Hello, Ryzen user. Seems like Wait, that doesn't make any sense. It sees a 750 gigabyte hard drive, which oh wait, no, I do have I forgot this laptop has 3 places I can put a hard drive. So it's not saying the SSD right now. I think it might be something with, I usually do this with Windows, but this computer's running Linux. So I'm going to try it with Windows and see if I can figure it out. Just temporarily make sure I don't lose this. This is my password. Okay, so let's see. Create format. Let's see, so I've got this in here, and I'm gonna put it in my ultra base. Create and format hard disk partitions. And okay, this Windows sees it. For some reason, Linux didn't see it. So I just need to unallocated. Not initialized. Hold on, let me do something real quick. I think I clicked out of the wrong thing. I'll close out Partition Manager. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter too much what I format it is because I'm going to reformat it anyways. So it's initialized. You can choose new simple volume. Doesn't matter what I assign it as, I'm going to rewrite it anyways. Okay. So it's formatting. Okay. Healthy blank data partition. So it seems like one of these used SSDs have worked at least, so at least so far. I guess that's good. So now I've got that ready to get the SSD out. I'll just put that to the side. And then I will get this, I'll put little adapter on. Put the SSD in, and I'll put the caddy over it. I don't have any of the screws for this laptop, but actually, well, I do have some extra screws downstairs. I might have to get that in a bit. But for now, I don't have to screw everything together, so it's gonna slide. I like how this panel there's just one panel and you can access everything. That's pretty neat. I might add another one of these. You know, I think a e6220 to my collection, but I'd want to get a nicer one for that. I'm gonna open this. I've got a USB stick with Windows 10 install on it. And I'm just choosing Windows 10 just because it's the most common operating system, and this isn't going to be a computer for me. This will be for some random person who I find locally. So just a basic computer. If they'd like to install Linux on it, that's their choice. Okay. And I got the USB stick over here. And I'll turn it on. Yeah, sometimes DVD drives can be quite loud. Had some like that. Okay, there we go. It's getting somewhere. Okay, yeah, so this model, forgot to say, this model does have first of all, it doesn't have, the regular battery is dead. Well, actually, no, it's gone. There is no regular battery. And also, the CMOS battery is dead. And I looked up the Dell Latitude e6220, and the CMOS battery for that is pretty difficult to get to. So I don't know. And I've looked up the cost of a CMOS battery. They have this sort of a weird one with these 3 wires. They cost like $5 each, so I think I'm going to leave it not changed. It just means that the time won't be set, but they'll have to click F3 each time they want to log in. So I can click F1 and continue. Yes, Mustang guy is outside. It's always kind of annoying when I'm filming regular videos. There's this loud Mustang that comes by with a loud exhaust that lives outside, and I have to stop filming. But since this is a live stream, I guess you'll just hear it. Okay, we got the Windows load screen here. Next, install wait, I might need a okay, so yeah, so I need a pen. So it wants me to enter the product key. I think it has it on the bottom, so I just need to find something to write it down on. Don't steal it while I'm trying to install it, please. Let's see, I'm just looking for a piece of paper. Hold on, I'll be back. There's actually 2 product keys on the bottom of here. Oh, the Discount Electronics must have bought 2 of them. I don't know. I'm going to go with the one that originally came with the device, since that's probably what is connected with the BIOS. But I might take a picture of the other one to see if that works with other random computers. 2 free windows. 1. Okay. See if it recognizes it. I have the memory of a fish, so it's not like I can just memorize it all, unfortunately. Alright, let's see. See if it works. Okay, it seems like it recognized it. Accept the terms. So I'm just gonna delete the partitions. I know I just created them, but I'm gonna delete them anyways. And new. So I'm gonna apply it to the SSD I just installed. Alright, I'll just let it install over USB 2.0. That might be a bit of time. If you have any random questions now, might be a good time, since that might take some time. I don't know. I need to figure out how to get it to. It wouldn't let me have it the other way on my phone. I mean, I guess I could try streaming on a different device. It's just convenient to do it on my phone. Bit of a delay in the video feed. I guess that makes sense. I wonder why the release Windows 10 drivers for the G400S. I wonder why Windows 10 was released only 2 years. Windows 10 was released. Okay. I'm actually not too familiar with the G400S. Let's see. G400S. A lot of times, if there's no drivers for, see, if I look at, if there's a lot of times if there's no drivers for Windows 10, sometimes Windows 8 drivers work on Windows 10. Graphics processing unit. So yeah, I do see it's got Windows 8.1 drivers. Windows. Did I say 3.1? I meant to say 8.1. Or maybe I did say 8.1. I don't remember the words I said. Don't know what processor this has. Yeah, Lenovo. Yep, this is getting ready. Okay, so this is. Okay. That is a 3 i5 3. Okay, so the Lenovo G400S does have a third generation Intel processor, which a lot of other Lenovo laptops had Windows 10 drivers that are from that same year. So I don't know why that one doesn't have it on their website. Maybe maybe it's maybe it's just because it's a consumer model over a business model. But other than that, I don't really know. Okay, I think it's almost ready. Probably getting things together. I might see if I can get some things to clean it up because there's a bit of gunk right here. I don't know how I'm gonna maybe put something to adhere this. I might have some glue or something for that. Let's see if I can get. I'm gonna see if I can find my cotton swabs and isopropyl alcohol. It's probably gonna do some things. Be back. Alright, I found the isopropyl, the rubbing alcohol, but I don't know where the cotton swabs are. I'm gonna move the camera closer just so you can see what I've got doing. Is that a good deal? Well, the 8350U, I'm kind of familiar with the X390. I think it's a pretty nice computer. I don't know too much about them, but I know that 8th generation i5 8350U is a pretty decent processor with 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, I'd say that's that'd be pretty good for many years to come. I'm not too familiar with the German market or how it is in Germany, but if that's a good deal or not. But I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You already have it, so it's a good computer. Just I don't know about the hinges of that particular model, so when you open and close, I just suggest open it from the center and like don't do it too aggressively. And it could last quite a while. So I'm gonna get this set up. United States. I'm gonna pretend like I don't have internet. Yeah, SSDs will make anything pretty much run a lot faster than it did. User, I'm just gonna have a generic user setup and no password. And I don't think I need any of this on. I could change it later. Which laptops accept ThinkPads, with a Ryzen 4 650U and 5 650U? I don't know. There might be a Dell Latitude. I don't know. I think with Dells, I think Dell doesn't really I don't think they use as much AMD processors. But I guess you could always, I would just look it up and see what they have available. Actually, while this is working, I could even look it up. Let's see. What was it called again? It was the 4 650U. 4 650U. Or what I like to do is I like to just go to eBay. And I don't want to sign in. Oh, that's ready. So yeah, they've got HP EliteBooks with that processor. They've got a ThinkPad, the ThinkPad T14. I think those have been getting kind of popular. Well, one of the things I've noticed with computers, I think with like any brand really, is that when it comes to build quality, pretty much almost I know my password. Don't look at my password. When it comes to build quality, it seems like every brand has laptops that are terrible in terms of build quality, which includes Lenovo and Dell, but then they also have ones that are much better. Like HP, I've personally had a bad experience with HP, but I would say, that would be more like with their consumer models that are a bit weaker. I think in terms of like the hinges and how well built it is. But then there's the EliteBook, which is made specifically for businesses, and then those tend to be a lot better than the other HP models. A little bit of a tangent there. Okay, so I just connected it to the internet, and it's gonna be updating. And while it's updating, I'm gonna see if I can do anything to address this top piece that's a little broken here. It looks like someone ripped it apart and removed the camera. Like they put tape over the camera hole, and then they freaked out, and that was enough. They just wanted to also remove it from in there. I'm gonna see if I can. First, I want to clean it off a little bit, and then I might apply something to it. I don't know what. Let's see. I got some paper towels. I'll just use some paper towels instead of cotton swabs. Oh, this one doesn't go back all the way. It's better to have it. I don't want to get it on. I'm just gonna put. I'll put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the. I'm just gonna. It's got some adhesive gunk to it, so I'm cleaning that off right now. And I might as well clean the other edges as well. Clean the rest of the whole thing. Why not? Unless I already have alcohol here. Which business notebook do I like the most? Well, I like ThinkPads the most, and I've mostly liked ThinkPads for quite a while, but I'm beginning to appreciate some of the Dell business laptops. I think some of the Dell business laptops are pretty underrated, in my opinion, and I think you could get them cheaper than ThinkPads. So personally, but I don't really have much experience with HP business laptops, so I wouldn't know as much. I mean, I had a consumer HP laptop a while ago, which you can see I've talked about in my older one of the videos I made, the Frankenpad video. I have a little segment on the HP laptop that I had. That essentially. The whole reason I got into fixing and messing around with other laptops was because of the HP laptop I have. Essentially, I would have never started getting ThinkPads if it wasn't for that HP. The Latitude 7390 looks decent. Actually, it's funny you should say that. I was actually thinking about buying one of those today, but I decided not to. I have this future video idea that I'm sort of bouncing around, but I think I might wait on it. But I think I want it to happen maybe sometime in mid-July. Which I think those are still decent computers, but I want to make a video about comparing different business laptops, which I'll be comparing. I think I'll get a T480, a Latitude 7390, and maybe an HP EliteBook, and just sort of compare them. And I'll talk about. Well, I would say it's more of a side hustle. I don't do that as much, but it's more of a hobby side hustle than something. I mean, in college I sold quite a few laptops, but I think I've had quite a few, but I haven't been doing that as much recently. At least not selling. Occasionally I'll sell something, but I don't want to connect my selling with anything to do with the YouTube channel because, well, at least not unless I figure out a way to separate my address from the business address. Because I don't, if someone buys something, I don't want them to have my address. So, um, so let's see. It should be doing updates right now. I'm gonna check. Check for updates. Okay, it is the pending install. It's getting a little toasty, but I'm gonna let it install everything. I'm gonna open up Task Manager, see. Like I would say, what I do is I don't necessarily like refurbishing takes. I think is a higher standard. I think I occasionally will resell. Like I think I'm going to sell this one locally, but this one I don't intend to because it's a little rough. I don't intend to make a lot of money on it. I just plan to sell it break even locally. I think this could be a decent computer and not amazing but not terrible. So let's see. It sees the 8 gigs of RAM. I've got the 120 gig SSD. It's got an i5 2520M. I'm going to check to see if it recognizes the product key. Activation settings, I might have to see if that worked. Oh, it's not active. Okay, so I need to see if I could. There's a second product key underneath there that there's a. See, change product key. See, there's a second product key under there. I'm gonna test it out. Actually, that's a home key, so let me see. I might have to figure out something with that later. In Germany. Okay. Good night. Yeah, for me it is about almost 8:30 p.m. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I've got something I can use to tape this edge or something. Or actually, I might have some glue. I've got the E6000 glue. I just need to see if there's anything to glue it to. Oh, just installed the graphics driver. Just like, but I don't think there's anything in here. I mean, I guess I could put a large glob of it in there and just see what that does. It might be harder to remove it later, but I don't know. I think I'll see if there's I think I might have some fancy tape or something for that. I have this cloth acetate tape that might look decent on it. This won't be a perfect restoration, but it'll just be good enough for a usable computer. Let's see if I can find. Okay, I just need to find something. Let's see, I'm just gonna put like a thin little piece like this. I don't know if this is gonna be decent. I might have to remove it. Let me just see. Yeah, no, I don't think that. I don't know if that's going to adhere well. I might have to find a different solution than that. Let's see how well that holds up. It's got this little rubber piece here, so I think that could be getting in the way of it actually sticking well. Don't know why. It's like sometimes the product key doesn't work when it works when I first install it, but then after it installs, it's like it sees that it's something else. I don't know why, but it seems like I've only had this issue with Dells, but I haven't had it too much with other devices. I'm gonna try the other product key though. Oh man, I actually wrote the same one again. one didn't work because I think this one's for Windows. Wait, did I get that? Yeah, because I think this one's for Windows Home, so that won't quite work. Let me see if I have. Sometimes I've got other random product keys. Sometimes I get lucky and a random product key from a random other computer works. I don't know why, but it's happened before. I've done it several times. If you'd like to try it, but usually I don't think it. Usually I think once it is used, then I don't know. I mean, I could try that. I have a list as well, so I might try my list if you'd like. Oh, I got too many laptops. Let's see. Huge 4x. That one didn't quite work. Let me see. Which one will I try next? I think I'll try and see if I could find one from the same generation. So I think I've got a list of several here. Guess I could always sell it without a product key. I just would have to disclose that. But I mean, if I sell it for like $30, then it might not matter. But I'd still like to see if I can get it. One of these might be fine. Try to activate it on PowerShell. Let me first. I'm actually not too sure how to do that. But I'm going to see if I can figure it out. The first time for everything. How to... I'm going to try the original one. Engine R. Oh, I didn't see that. I wonder if I need dashes. I think I'm going to try it without dashes. It should be fine without. Interesting. Doesn't seem to like that. I'm gonna keep that open. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm supposed to not have the little angled brackets. Elevated privileges. Okay, I need to run this as administrator. I don't know, didn't recognize it. Oh, I think it would be easier. I'm gonna get a bunch of random keys from here and try them out with moving them over with a text file. I think that'd be easiest. Keep putting it in. Oh yeah, we're using Linux. Let's see if I recognize that. No, that wouldn't work. No, that one didn't work either. I'm gonna get a PowerShell. See if I can try that one as well. It doesn't work. Just out of curiosity if it does anything different. It seemed to be faster before. If the one after this doesn't work, then I might do this. I might look into this off stream. I don't want to bore you all with this. Okay, it needs to be a pro key. I've tried that on that. Alright, this will be the last one I try. Otherwise, I'll just try it, do other things later, or possibly just leave it unactivated. Yeah, I saw the, I don't know, is it the same command that's, it's SLNGR/IPK. I tried that one and it seemed like the command worked, it just seemed like it didn't recognize it. Yeah, so I'll just move on, but while we're here, might as well test to see what this computer can do. I mean, I don't want to download a bunch of stuff, but I might just test out with things I can do in Microsoft Edge. So I don't want to install a bunch of stuff on here. So everybody loves Microsoft Edge. Who doesn't? That's okay. I can try it. There might be something linked in the BIOS. Maybe this had a different motherboard in the past or something. So I might look into it later. But for now, gonna test to see what this computer can do. I mean, just kind of demonstrate, you know, this is still a decent, still kind of decent. So I can go to YouTube. This is reasonably, well, it's not the fastest, but reasonably snappy. Okay, I'll look into that command later. But thanks. I'll try it out later. Seems like the two-finger scrolling is not quite working. Probably need to install it. I could open up my own live stream on this computer. Oh, it's echoing. Okay, well there's a bit of a delay, so too much of a delay to echo. But yeah, pretty decent. Actually, this is actually the same year. They're both from the same. These two computers are from the same year. They're both from 2011. They've got HD 3000 graphics. Let's see, curious if it'll let me. I don't know, because I think some games let me try it for free. Oh yeah, no, I do have to sign in, so I don't want to sign in. Wanted to try out cloud streaming, but we're going to try an internet speed test. Speed test. See, I don't know what Wi-Fi card's in here. I guess I could find out. We got around 40 something megabits a second. Okay, it's, you know, I guess a little faster or slower depending. Needs a restart, so I think I'll shut it down, and I need to put some screws in this, so I might do that. I'll update and shut down. Let's see, where did I put my screws? Over here. Take a picture of that. Oh wait, I'm using. Okay, I was gonna take a picture of that, but then I realized my phone is taking a video. I'll figure out a way to save that. See, what we got here? Yeah, I don't think I'm satisfied with the way that came out, so I'm just going to remove this bit. think I'll just put a ton of glue in there. I don't know what size I need. Put this away. While we're waiting, something I found randomly. Found this at Goodwill. Don't know what I'll do with it, but it's a cassette recorder. I don't know why I have it, but I saw it and I don't know, my hoarding self just had to buy it. It's funny that Steam dropped support for Windows 7 and Windows 8 6 months ago, and it still works. Well, I guess that just means that they'll start they'll stop they'll stop making updates, or they'll stop making updates specifically for Windows 7 and Windows 8. But it doesn't mean they'll stop working instantly. It'll probably take some time before, when there's newer versions of Steam like that, there may be some things that conflict with older versions. I want to make sure I let it finish before I start unplugging it and doing stuff to it. Might add some new rubber feet to it. I've got some rubber feet in this bag. See which one I want. What I'll choose. It does kind of just slide around. The old rubber feet have gone by now. it's done. Let's see. I don't know exactly what size screw I need, so I think I'm just gonna probably look it up, but I might just try see which one will work the best. We'll try the middle one first. Oh, what do you know? This first one I tried just seems to work. I'm a lucky guy. Put these screws in to hold the caddy down. Okay, that's nice and firm. If the hand's not too dirty, I think I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Seems pretty decent. Could remove the stickers, but I don't think, I don't know, maybe I'll remove them later, but I don't think I need to. Put some new feet on there. I've been thinking of if it would be worth it for me to buy a new battery for this. I'm thinking, I don't know, I mean, like, I could sell it for more if I buy a new battery, but don't think I'll just sell it at break even, and someone could oh man, that just fell right off. Usually, oh, the little adhesive, the adhesive got stuck to the bottom, so these ones are good, but this one, the adhesive just completely fell off. That one's a dud. Okay, seems kind of nice. And I'm going to jam some glue in there if I can get this open. Okay, got some glue. I'll just put don't know if this is going to be a good fix, but guess we'll find out. more of a experimental. And I'll see if I can find some screen cleaner somewhere. I can find it. Oh, it's right there. Just to get some of the crumbs off. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. It'll probably take some time before it's unusable. I mean, there'll probably be some security things a few months after it's down, but you know, it probably. I mean, I think some people still use Windows 7. I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but you know, I like Windows 7, but I don't know. I'll probably be using Linux a lot more when that happens. Although I don't know, because I've been able to bypass use Windows 11 on some other computers, but on older computers it's not as good. So I'll probably be using more Linux as that happens. I mean, I did. Oh wow, you're brave. You're braver than I am. Actually, wait. Did I? Oh wait, no. I think I used it until. No, I used Windows 7 until I had my T400, and I used Windows 7 on that until when did I switch to Linux? I think that was around 2020. I think I stopped using it a little bit before they turned it off. Or before they, not before they turned it off, before they ended support. Okay. F1. Clean this part's a little dirty here. I'm gonna clean that a little bit. Seems to be working decently now, except maybe the product key, but that's something I'll work on later. Yeah, this seems like a well. Actually, it was actually kind of broken. Everything except the this top part is unbreakable, which I glued. I just glued back, but this does seem like a very sturdy laptop. I have to agree. I think that this is pretty good. I wouldn't say that I'm restoring it. I wouldn't say that I'm restoring it per se. I would say I'm more just getting it ready for someone someone else locally to have a cheap laptop that they could use. So it'll be it won't be perfect when I it won't be perfect, but it'll be a decent functional computer, which I intend to sell it for very cheap, just about break even. Yeah, I gotta say that this is still pretty sturdy. I mean, if you hold it, it hinges holds pretty well here. I gotta say it's pretty sturdy. Gonna try out CS:GO 1.6 real quick. I'd say Windows animations. Yeah, I've done that with my X201. Yeah, could do that. I don't want to change too much of the default settings since this isn't gonna be my computer. But I'd say even with the animations, the I'd say I'd say the HD 3000 is. I mean, it's not as good as some of the others, but I'd say it's quite a big improvement over the first generation. So I think it can handle it. I'm just gonna join a random CS:GO 1.6 just to test it out. So why not? Yeah, I'd say yeah. What I mean by CS:GO 1.6, I don't think this would run. This wouldn't run the regular version of the modern version of CS:GO. This is 1.6, which isn't not quite the same thing, but it's it's same concept. I believe. I mean, this is. I don't know if this online version is the same as the older version, but I believe it's based off of it. But I think in a little bit I'll probably be wrapping up the live stream. But would you all be interested in seeing a sneak peek to a video I plan or a computer I plan on showing off in the future, or is that a spoiler you want to keep to yourself, or want me to keep to myself? Yeah, so it might not be the original. You'd be down. Okay, so I've got this pretty interesting laptop downstairs. that I probably will show some other time. I won't go too detailed, so it won't be too much of a spoiler, and I don't know when I'm going to make the video, but um, it's a pretty interesting laptop that was never sold in the United States. So let me go get it. All right, so this is an NEC laptop. Actually, yeah. So this is an NEC laptop. This was only sold in Japan. So you see, you got the Japanese keyboard here. It's got a whole number pad and everything. It's got Yamaha speakers. So pretty interesting, I think. The screen has a pretty low resolution, but it's got a third generation quad core processor. I believe it's something like a 3670 QM, something like that. It does not have dedicated graphics, but pretty interesting. I gotta choose a side. But alright, bye Ryzen user. I'm probably gonna be ending the stream soon anyways. I'm just gonna test the this clone. Oh, I forgot to buy ammo. I'm pretty bad at this game. I'm just testing to... Well, I don't know. We'll see. Oh. That guy was shooting at me and I didn't see him. Oh yeah, I think that guy's on my side. There's some stuttering. Or there was some. Huh. Yeah, I don't really play CSGO that much, but sometimes whenever I get a computer up and running, I just like to see, like, test the game on it. You know, sometimes I know it's like, this isn't like a gaming computer, but it's, it can do some games. you know, as long as you have very low expectations on what it can run. Alright, I think I'm going to exit this. Yeah. Yeah, so as far as this computer goes, you know, it might be useful to someone for some office task. Or just sort of a basic computer. I was thinking I would just send this in to be recycled, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because, I think it would be better used if it does not have a working battery. And also the CMOS battery is also dead, so I think I'll end up selling it that way, but I'll sell it like super cheap for like $30, and it'll be a decent working computer. That's just enough to cover the cost of the laptop. I had to buy a charger, but this one is some weird aftermarket one. And I had to buy a caddy, so that works to about 30. Oh, and I also had to buy the SSD as well. So that's about 40 actually, but I don't know. I'll see what, maybe I'll ask 40 and see if that would be worth it to someone. Not, and to be part of if someone really needs something, I might be willing to donate it to them, but only if it's someone locally. I wouldn't want to deal with shipping. Well, I could snatch a 1 terabyte SSD there, but I don't think I don't think that would be worth it. At least not for this computer. Maybe for other computers. For this one, I bought a I bought a pack of used 120 gigabyte SSDs. And whenever I buy used SSDs, I always try to get a bunch of all the same brand and because if it's from a business and they're just upgrading it, you can get a 1 terabyte SSD for $25. I think I hate to say it. Yeah, Crucial is quite a good brand. I always try to. That's the thing. I don't know because if you can get a 1 terabyte SSD from Walmart for $25, I actually think that it might not actually be a terabyte. If I go to Walmart SSD, so if I look at, and they've got a bunch of like known brands that I think are a normal price, but let's see, one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's a scam actually. Like, I'm pretty sure this says 16 terabyte SSD for $20. I mean, it's on Walmart, but I'm fairly certain that um, what what you might want to do is like there's certain SSDs that it's like when you plug it into your computer, it recognizes it as 16 terabytes or 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes or whatever. But the thing is that the controller inside of the SSD is lying about how much storage space it actually has. Um, so if it might only be 60 when it seems to be. Okay. Are you talking about a different one? Yeah, because that's definitely a scam. But yeah. But I ended up getting the five 120 gig SSDs for it was $50. So it was this set was $10 each, which they're only 120 gig, but I think that's enough for for a basic computer. And it's something like if I come across a computer like this, I can put one of these in there, and it could be a decent computer for someone without having to spend, I guess, how much does a brand new Crucial, how much does a brand new one cost? 120. It's a BX 500. So if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to get one on, there's ones on eBay. Let's say I wanted to get a brand new one, hypothetically speaking. And let's just say I look at Amazon. It's called a hidden clearance. Seems like the smallest space they sell now is 240 for this one. So I guess they don't sell the 120s anymore. At least not on Amazon. But I mean, hey, but for $10, it's like can get a computer working decent and much faster than with a hard drive. So I'd say pretty decent. I mean, of course, SSDs can always fail. There's always that chance that you get a used one and then it can fail, but if I stick to something that's a good brand that's used and I get all of the same brand, then it's probably like they were updating their Office PCs to a larger storage. A lot of times that happens at a company, and they have certain SSDs in there. They want to upgrade it to a terabyte or something, and they got to get rid of all the other ones. So I think those are fine. Sometimes they don't even resell them. Sometimes they just completely destroy them because they're worried about the data getting out. But there's certain ways to, if you set, it's different than wiping, but you could set all the data to zeros in the drive, and that does a pretty good job of actually erasing everything. So, so I think that's it for this live stream. Haven't done one before, so it's probably not a very entertaining live stream, but just something I thought I had to try out. recently I've been having a much harder time with staying motivated to create content. So I think that this might help me a bit. But I think last I've been having like little bits of motivation here and there, and so I think I'm gonna be fine. But you know I might have some live streams every now and then just as something that doesn't require hours of editing. Um, but yeah, this computer. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna see. This computer will. I probably video about this computer because um, I don't know. I'm not super passionate about it, but I think it will be a good computer for someone. So I'm glad that I took the time to um, get it functional. Oh wow, it's 3 a.m. for you? Yeah, I don't stay up that late. But I appreciate you sticking around and appreciate everyone who uh, who joins. Um, I think I will end the stream there. If I could figure out how to do it. Let's see, how do I stop it?